I am feeling feelings I've never felt before because I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm not sure if you have been blessed with the knowledge of the creation of the channel Pure New Earth. My friend Pure, aka Rena, is doing amazing things in this world. She's recording incredible videos, and her and I have decided to create a video together. We are intending to share intuitive guidance and support for all the beings that have clicked on this video. So if you're here watching this, thank you so much for manifesting us. We're grateful to have manifested you. This is a sacred experience of all of us being able to tune into our divine vessel, our divine heart, our divine mind, coming together in unison to receive all that is here in this present moment on the beautiful planet Earth. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's get into the video. Here we are in this moment, gathered together to share everything that we feel, what's truly on our minds as it comes forward in this space.
Yes, and our intention is to be as present as we can with ourselves, with the viewer, and with what needs to be said right now.
And there's so much energy about how to be present and what the method is, and I feel like I can just release all of that and just come into the space and be like, yeah, we're here, it's happening. There's nothing more to do, there's nothing more to add. It's literally just us being ourselves here together in this space.
Yeah, and we're also being our best versions, so it's like it took a long journey for us to get to this point, to connect here as this present version.
Right. And I want to be clear, I think Pure would agree that when we say we mean like everyone. Like it's not just us, it's like all of us, everyone here on Earth at this time. We've all done so much work to align with the frequency that we're currently in, and I think a lot of us just want the space to celebrate each other and to be celebrated. That energy is so strong within me right now of I just want to hug everyone and be like, good job, you made it through all these challenges and you understand how to create reality, you understand what you want, you understand the pathway of getting that, and that is so beautiful and so wonderful.
Yeah, and also I stopped, it's like something comes up for me right now, I stopped saying trying to create my dream life, because I feel like we're already living it. So it's not like you're trying to do something, you're already living your best life.
Hopping into this body was a dream. Like, we're human.
Yeah. And it's like we're also human beings, right? So, of course, we gotta be productive if we want to build something, but we need to remember that we came here to be an experience, and it's not only about the schedule, it's not only about the achievements, even though it's very important, but remembering that you are being here, you are feeling, and that's what matters most.
Definitely. Every single word in our language can be defined by ourselves to a way that best suits our cultivation of happiness and joy and whatever state you want to be in. Maybe you want to embody this, whatever state you want to embody, you can have it, and that state creates the life that you get to live.
True, yeah. And you need to remember that this state is really powerful, that this state manifest things. So it's not always again about achievements, it's not only about hitting the bucket list, but being mindful to the way from which you operate throughout the day, from which you do these tasks, from which you create, because you really want to focus on embodying that you want to attract. So that's the key point.
Everything you put out comes back. So good to remember that.
Yeah, and that way you also become really generous, because you know that everything all the goodness that you do, it gets returned to you one way or another. And it's just a really cool feat to always have it in your head, because you kind of push yourself to give more, and then when you do that, you also feel better. Sometimes you may feel a bit lazy, you know, like I don't really want to give this grandma a coin on the street or something, but then that knowing that, but this will return to me, it kind of pushes you to do these good deeds. In my case, it's like that.
Right.
So
Even as you say that, I feel the energy of that's being created. Everything we speak in this present moment becomes our reality. If I say to myself, I'm truly enjoying filming this video, and the results from the video are going to be so amazing, I can't wait to see all the comments, I'm just creating my reality in this moment. So for you to say everything I get comes back to me, that's your choice to live in that reality. And someone else could say, everything I choose to give, I don't really want to go into the negative aspect of it, but you could create a different narrative with the same scenario and experience that. It's so beautiful to have this awareness of, I get to speak into existence that which I wish to experience, and realizing that just because you don't see it instantly doesn't mean it's not coming to you. It's the consistency. It's that moment of trust, that like blind leap where you're like, I'm just gonna tell myself that I'm a millionaire over and over and over again. And you check your bank account and you're like, oh, I'm not a millionaire. But it's that blind leap of continuing to believe and continuing to say. And for me, that's the fun of being human, because you don't know how things are gonna come to you. All you know is that there are these amazing laws that are working in our favor for us to have the consciousness to be able to say, this is what I want, so I'm going to decide that I have it here in this moment now, and time and space will collide. Every force in the universe will conspire with me to create this.
Yeah. It's such a magical experience, just a human experience in general. For me, lately, I can just look at the trees and be in awe. I never had that. It's like you really feel connected. You really feel that everything supports you. When you choose to have that mindset, it's like your feeling also increases. You open up and everything becomes so magical, and just every day you always think that this is so amazing that I'm here. So you really experience life through these magical eyes, and that's what also I think Source wants all of us to feel like this every day, and that way magic happens in your life. For example, today I found empty bottles on the street, and we can sort of deposit them. And that was just at the time when I needed some cash. And, you know, I just felt this love, you know, those little things. That's amazing, you know.
Knowing that we are supported is such a good feeling to have. To realize that everything truly is conspiring to support everything that you're choosing to hold on to in your energy field. And having the full authority of, I get to choose what thought I'm going to think next. I get to choose what feeling I'm going to feel next. And with your experience with the bottles, that's such a beautiful opportunity to continue to feel those feelings of something coming out of nowhere that you didn't expect. That's a great creation, and witnessing all of humanity conspiring to create wonderful experiences for each other, because we really have that ability. You and I could have come on here and done anything we wanted to, but we decided that this would be an enjoyable experience, that this was what we wanted to create most. And as more of us move into that frequency of, I get to create everything that I enjoy. I get to create things that I love. I get to create what I think is the most exciting thing to create. We start to find our tribe. We start to find people that enjoy what we're creating too, just as you and I found each other through our authentic expression. And then I think that's kind of like heaven on earth. Everybody enjoying what they're doing, loving every word they're saying, expressions being free.
Yeah, I agree totally. And lately this year I was pushed out of toxic jobs that I was doing for a long time. And even though my financial situation wasn't the best, and it's still not the best, I really felt that spirit is like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. You are a magical being. And even if you don't see results right away, you need to continue doing small steps, and eventually and your journey is all magical. So it's like every day you can expect miracles one way or another. And pretty much throughout the whole year, I was getting money from unexpected sources all the time. And I don't know, but it was only because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna invest in anything that I know it's not for me. It's like, I just want to live the best life that I want, and that is what I'm gonna be focusing on every day. And I'm gonna, in the moment, making a conscious decision that I am not going to apply for this position only because of money, only because it comes from fear. I'm gonna choose to wait for something better for me, even if I don't see it right now, or I will create it myself. And that, from that decision, I feel like Spirit was rewarding me with unexpected clients, unexpected money, some help, every day, or free food that I could get somewhere. So it was always like, you're doing amazing, because you are taking that leap. From human perspective, it's crazy. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't have a stable source of income. But when you feel through this, you're cool, you're chill deep inside, because you know that you are never alone, and you will always get help as long as you keep being yourself, your best version. So.
Yeah. I do feel that we're so guided in every single moment, and I've started to have this relationship with the universe similar to what you're describing, where I can tell a place that seems to be like good. Like, source is just like, okay, yes, this is good for you to go in this direction, or like with unexpected gifts coming through, or people just being really happy that I'm in the room, really happy that I showed up. That for me is affirmation of, okay, I'm supposed to be in this room. Versus if I show up somewhere and it's almost like I feel invisible and it doesn't really matter if I'm there or not, that's indication to me of, oh, this opportunity wasn't really meant for me. Because if it was meant for me, then it would feel, it would feel different. It would feel like exciting. It would feel like fulfillment. It would feel like ecstasy.
Yeah, true.
Right? And I think because in the past I've tapped into those spaces of true open-hearted beings surrounding me and being excited that I'm here and being excited to share. I get that feeling a lot from YouTube when I'm reading my comments. Like, I can just see that people are really excited that I'm sharing what I'm sharing, and it's making a difference. That to me is like, okay, this is a path that's making sense. Because for me, earlier I said creating from this place of excitement and creating from this place of, yes, this is what I want to create. I want that, but I also want the people that are like, we're so glad you created this. This is serving us too. So that there is that even exchange of energy. So I think it's beautiful to have experiences where you can see that your thought processes are being supported, and the fact that you've been channeling this guidance of I need to be in a position that I truly love, and I'm not going to apply for this position just because of the money. Being able to see that you get to create something even better for yourself than what it is that you see in this reality now. You don't have to just accept something just because it seems like the best option. The best option could be emerging from within you, and you could be the one to create it for yourself.
Yeah. And I think taking a risk, if it's something that your heart calls you to do, this is really the only way to success. Even the books, all the books that I read about successful people, they all speak about this. And I think there is truth in that, because manifestation sort of requires you to surrender, and your brain doesn't know how it's going to come to you or how it's going to actualize. But when you manifest from your heart, when you manifest that feeling that, you know, I am a guide and people watch me and people look at me, and things that I post are very valuable. And when you manifest from that point, that it's here. It's here and now for me.
Yeah, I just learned that in a very real way last year. I feel like I could take the opportunity to share from my experience this full surrender, the deepest surrender I've ever had, where I sold most of my things and took what I wanted in a suitcase and a backpack and got a one-way ticket. I was living in Florida and I went to France. And I just did a one-way ticket, and I just said, you know what? I want to be really close with my intuition. I want to be really close with my guidance system. And my guidance system was directing everything. And it was me being in union with my mind, my heart, and my soul. No longer saying, oh, I have this thought in my head that I should do this thing. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I have this thought in my head that I should do this thing. Oh, that's dumb. That was me dismissing myself. And no wonder my life wasn't feeling fulfilled and wasn't feeling good when I wasn't listening to my own guidance. Like, how does God communicate with us? How does the universe communicate with us? Probably through our own body, through our own mind, through the signs we see outside of ourselves. Like, everything we see and everything we're aware of, both within us and outside of us, can be our relationship with the divine, our relationship with each other. So to begin truly listening and truly following that guidance was a big step for me, because my guidance wanted me to get rid of all my things and go get a one-way ticket and just go. And I did it. And the experiences I had were so healing and so wonderful. And I felt like I was, instead of feeling like it was me with my life, it felt like my life and me were in a dance, like we were one. And it was like I could see my traumas in my reality coming up to the surface through this person that was talking to me about this thing that was reminding me of this experience. And I was like, oh my gosh, like my whole life is exactly what I want it to be. And like that journey was so healing. And then coming back into the United States, it's been less about healing now. My guidance system has told me, okay, your healing journey is done. Like, stop being on a healing journey. Otherwise, there's going to be just a bunch of stuff to heal all the time. There's more of start a manifestation journey. Manifest money. Manifest a home. I want to be a homeowner. I've never owned a home before in my life. So, like, that's a manifest journey that I'm on right now. And because of YouTube, I get to share it openly and honestly to whatever capacity I want to. There's so much freedom in being a creative and creating your life to be what you want it to be, and having that unity within yourself of, I'm going to listen to myself and I'm going to trust myself and I'm going to see what happens. Another quick point I want to add too is that there were some points where I would trust myself, and something that other people in my life would probably consider to be bad, I would just choose to not share it with them, but I would just move through it and say, okay, I made this choice and it got this result, but I'm glad that I made the choice to trust myself. Even though it wasn't exactly what I wanted, it's me, like I decided that my life was about, for that season of my life, it was about me learning to trust myself and me learning to connect to myself. And I experienced that, and now I'm like, okay, what's it going to be about now? It's going to be about learning to manifest and learning to manifest in the material. And it's really cool to experience that, you know, instead of just moving through life letting other people tell you what your life is about. I feel like I started to tell myself what my life was about and what was happening for me, which felt really empowering and really fun.
Yeah, I think that's the only way that we're supposed to live as leaders, you know. I think there's no other way. And even I remember as a child, I used to always like boss people around, and now that I remember it, I think I kind of merged with my inner child, and right now I'm not afraid to speak my mind basically to anybody. Most of the time I always say exactly what I think, and I don't care anymore what are they going to think about me. I just decided that I'm going to express myself in a way that feels the best for me, the most blissful for me, and the most aligned to me. And I stopped caring about if people would find me awkward, or if they find me too much in their face. It's like my energy can go either way, and I really stopped thinking about that. And it feels like your mind is free for creative energies. Like you declutter your mind from thinking about perceptions of others and what they think about you and your friends and whoever, and you start focusing on yourself and doing the things that make sense to you and expressing yourself in ways that make sense to you. And that is so validating. And when you do that, you start to attract people who are your mirrors, who understand you and who see you as well. So it's just such a lighter way of being, when in the past I would have been thinking about, oh my God, what do they think? Or I was awkward here, or I didn't say anything here, or I shouldn't have said that. And I just dropped all of it, and now I am me, and I'm just peaceful. And it's just such a great way of being.
Mm-hmm. To show up in the room, like hearing all the little subtle sounds and feeling everything, and you're not trying to survive or protect yourself anymore. You know that you're safe, and you can just settle in and be in a state of celebration. Oh, I'm here. This is me, and everything is what I decided to be.
I think also you and me and people who really resonate with this, it's like our higher selves are very activated, and I feel like they sort of unconsciously kind of protect us. I mean, we can put a shield consciously, but I think unconsciously they sort of surround us in this white light. So we can really feel when people project on us, and we can really feel if something is wrong. It's like we don't have to try hard to protect ourselves, I think, because we're always surrounded. Because we chose, this is the way we're going to be. And it's like our higher selves are like a VIP, you know, security. They're like all the time, 24/7.
We really did come here to usher in this new energy, this new world. I get visions of it constantly. What you just said about protection reminded me, this was probably 3 years ago or maybe 2 years ago. My higher self told me, it was around the time where on my Instagram account I saw so much information about protection, and I didn't know much about protecting my energy. And I was like, oh, should I learn these techniques? Should I do these meditations? And my higher self said, you deserve to live in a world where there's no need to protect yourself. You're here to create that world. And I knew, yeah, it's a world where children freely run around without their parents. They can go wherever they want to go because they don't need to be told, no, don't go there, or no, don't talk to this person, because it's a community that we all have full trust in, because we're all like in our energy of goodness and in our energy of love. Like, imagine a place of 400,000 people who are all living like in this one area where people are like enjoying everything.
Yeah, they enjoy each other and they're good friends with each other. Yeah.
And there's so much safety and trust and true community. I see that all the time. And I don't know how to get there, but I know I would love to be there. So I continue to focus on it as if it's my reality right now. And I know somehow it will come to be in the most thrilling, exciting, awe-inspiring, beautiful way. I'm ready for it. I'm open to it.
Same. I do the same thing. And I sometimes when, for example, my sister closes the curtains, and I don't know, she's kind of shy in a way that, you know, if it's dark outside, she doesn't want people to see. And I'm really chill, you know. I could have my stuff out on the street. I would be calm because I already kind of manifest this feeling, as you said, that I want to feel safe. I want to feel open. I want to have my curtains open, and even if people would see that I'm eating something, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. That's so funny that you say that. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah. I don't know, just closing, always thinking about what they think of you. I think it's rooted somewhere deeper, you know. It's some sort of deep desire to close yourself. And I was working for years to dissolve that part of me. I was working for years to be okay with people seeing me and being chill with it. So right now I'm like,
yeah,
everything.
I'm so ready to be connected to everybody. I'm so ready for that. And I know that like our spiritual discernment will show us, and it pains me when I'm, you know, that open, energetic person and someone is like, why are you like that? You should be different. You should change this about yourself. You're too nice. Then it's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your opinion.
Yeah. I'm trying to work on this part of me that in these situations, I would want to really harmonize with the person by lowering myself. And I try not to do that anymore. So
right.
I try to...
Yeah, it's something with like this politeness of like, oh, they think this about me, so I'm going to agree with them so that I don't harm them in some way. Yeah. That's what it's been for me. And I've been like, wait, no, I'm harming myself by changing myself to fit their paradigm. Because really that's what it is. We're a new paradigm. I'm a new energy of I get to do what I love for work. I get to enjoy every single moment of my life. Like a lot of people don't like that. Like that I've met in person. A lot of people online love it. I'm so grateful for the internet. But a lot of people in person, I mean, I'm manifesting it right now by speaking about it. But I love to be in environments where people do have more of the same energy of harmony and inclusion and love and joy and peace and all of that. That's super helpful for all of us to live the life that we want to live instead of surrendering to a reality that doesn't feel great.
Yeah, I agree. I think I forgot what I wanted to say with this one, but yeah, I wanted to say that when I meet people and I introduce myself and they ask what I do for a living, I say right now I'm focused on my creations on YouTube, on art that I create, and then they're like, okay, what are you doing more specifically? And it's like I feel this resistance that I want to say, you know, I'm a spiritual healer. I heal the collective by being myself. I'm a guide and I channel a lot of visions for the new earth. And I don't say that, you know. I really want to say that, but I don't say that. And it's like I say, well, I'm doing tarot readings, and it's like I stopped doing tarot readings. So I'm working on really being blunt, I guess, and really just be myself and just explain to people that this is who I am and be okay with it. And even if people would look at weirdly at me, or they would be like, I don't really know what you're talking about. Well, I just,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I started to love myself so much that I don't want to minimize myself. I really want to show the real thing, the real deal. Even if it's by society standards, it's weird or quirky or, I don't know, you can't really generalize it. So.
Yeah. I feel like I have so much more to say, but we are almost out of our time together, so
Yeah,
I saw the warning for 10 minutes and I was like, oh, I didn't want that to be in the video, but I'm just gonna leave it because it's there. But was there anything else that you wanted to share here in this space? I love that you were able to just share what you do in this space. Like, that was beautiful. Like, if I met you on the street and you started talking like that, I would be like, wow, that's so cool. So do I.
Yeah. I think I would really notice people like you because I don't know, the aura is just very, very clear. Because some people and even they walk like this and they have their head in the phones and it's like I can literally see the clutter there. I can literally see.
Yeah, you can literally see in their aura like stuff. You're like, oh.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I want to help you, but that's not how it's gonna work, you know.
Most of the time they don't want it. It's just, I don't know. But this is like random at this point, but when you said doing, I thought that was so funny because when people ask me what I do, it's so connected to the breath. Like, I'll literally be like, well, I focus my awareness on my breath and I get an image of a desired future. And if that's the future that I desire for myself, I go back into the body and feel the feelings and then I flow into action.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do for a living. I flow with life.
Yeah. That's so cool. I think living in the box is just something that we can't do anymore. And my last message for this video is just be your best version. Shine everything that you want to shine out. Mm-hmm. Don't think that it's weird. Do you living life for yourself.
Right.
Shine your purest life.
And on that journey of being your best version, let yourself be the best right now. Be the best you are in this moment now. Like, erase any vision of yourself outside of yourself that is not you. It's all you. And you're connected to all of it. There's nothing to chase, nothing to gain from erasing your concept of how amazing you are in this moment. Because in this moment you are. And that's so exciting and so wonderful. So beautiful.
Yeah, and even mistakes, quote unquote, they were all for you to grow, learn, and evolve. And you will probably do more mistakes if you go down this path, but they're not mistakes. Basically, for your soul, there is no mistake. You always do, and you are learning something that you need at this time. So you can't really fail at anything.
Yeah, it's not even here. Like, how perfect is this? We're here watching this. This is so cool and relaxing, and it's about training your focus to the energy that you enjoy and the energy that you love, and just noticing little details about your space that excite you, and then that energy grows and grows and grows, and then you come into a moment now, like in this moment now, when you said mistakes, I have a blank concept. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, I'm literally just like, I have no connection to that because I already, like, all the work of the focus and choosing the narrative that I desire for myself is like, okay, I'm perfectly created by wonderful divine energies, and I'm here in this moment to have the experience that most excites me in every single moment, and I get to think of myself in any way that I want to. I have the freedom of my heart and my mind, and I just flow through life enjoying it.
Yeah, and that way I attract even more great things.
More of that,
ever.
yes.